This is TV18 and you're watching CNBC TV18.
Presented by Hindustan Unilever Limited.
Hello and welcome to the third semi-final round of Lessons in Marketing Excellence. I'm Sandeep Shrikant. The race to the grand finale is heating up. 11 teams from India's top B schools, 2 Indian wildcard teams and 1 international B school are fighting it out. They're presenting solutions to a very interesting and relevant case from Hindustan Unilever on a newly launched product, the Magic Water Saver. 5 teams have made their case and 3 more teams will take them on today. This is the challenge they're faced with.
Every day, over 100 million Indians grapple with the problems arising from the scarcity of water. The majority, that's 57% of them, belong to the lower income section of society. One of the biggest water consuming activities in a household is laundry, which accounts for over 20% of the daily usage. Almost 80% of the water used in this process is actually just to rinse soap off the clothes. Enter Magic Water Saver. This laundry additive was devised to help rinse washed clothes in just 1 bucket of water, thereby saving up to 3 buckets for every wash. It was test launched in Andhra Pradesh and has achieved 40% of its targeted volumes, with around 150,000 households trying it. The response has been slow but encouraging, and HUL now wants to increase the rate of trials, educate customers and grow this new category.
The case study is really about habit formation. So this is a new category where the challenge really is to get people to see value in buying something additional to what they're doing. So just to give you a perspective, an average Indian consumer in that socio-economic class would be spending about 3 to 4 rupees on her laundry daily. And we're asking her to almost move that by 50%. Can we deliver enough value through our proposition is really what the challenge is.
So the challenge for the semi-finalists is to help develop and grow Magic Water Saver within a limited marketing budget. Suggest ideas to make it part of the daily laundry regime of SEC D&E consumers, thereby driving penetration. And come up with a business plan to break even within 4 years.
A new product, a new category and an issue that impacts so many Indians. The teams taking up that challenge today are IIM Calcutta, SP Jain Institute of Management and Research Mumbai and NITI Mumbai. On the jury today we have Mohit Anand from Hindustan Unilever, Govindarajan also from HUL and Anuradha Sengupta from CNBC TV18. Let's get started with the first presentation from IIM Calcutta. IIM Calcutta, if you're ready, make your 3 minutes count and your time starts now.
Good morning, judges. So, we surveyed households in 3 different states and got some key insights. First, consumers have different washing habits. Second, saving water is not very high on their priority list. Third, consumer has a high probability of adopting the product if advocated by an opinion leader. So how should we drive the consumer to start using Magic? The key success formula in selling Magic is changing consumer behavior. And we have utilized HUL's 5 lever of change model in our social activation program for rural customer called Jal Jeevan. Building awareness about the fact that water shortage is directly affecting consumer life in terms of cost of water purchasing, health issues, lesser water for irrigation and time spent in laundry can be utilized for development of family and other activities. Eventually this will reduce the actual state of consumer mind to create a need gap. The Jal Jeevan program is a 3 contact program. Contact 1 runs for 2 days. Day 1, we organize event for school kids, create a buzz, interest and invite their families for the day 2 event. On day 2, we collaborate with NGOs and leverage HUL's Shakti Amma channel. Present a skit on water conservation, give live demo of Magic usage, free sample to families and engage families with small competition. After this, the families are given 30 days to save water calculated by the number of Magic sachets they'll collect. Contact 2. We select 5 of these families and award them as Magic Parivars, which are then associated with Shakti Amma. This will result in positive reinforcement and social affiliation for the families. We then make cluster of 5 villages and then each village competes with other for 3 months on water conservation. Finally, on Contact 3, we award the winning village as Magic Gram and reward it by installing Pureit water purifiers in their schools. In this way, we engage both at a household as well as a community level and reinforcing the message at multiple steps. Other rural communications include mobile communication, in which IVRs will be used to remind people of Magic Water Saver in voices of iconic characters like Gabbar Singh. In forthcoming years, consumer promotion can be done via product bundling or giving extra quantities.
For urban consumers, we would be adopting a three-pronged strategy. A magic bus tour will be initiated for Section D and E localities in cities. Households will be engaged and educated on the usage and benefits of the product by giving live demos and raising trials by distributing samples. The idea of a healthy and smart family will be advocated through TV commercials broadcasted on regional channels. The concept of Lalita Ji would be revived to build trust with the target consumer. Awareness programs regarding the importance of water conservation would be conducted for students in schools. They in turn will act as influencers and educate their families. Roadmap. Given that there are budget restrictions, we have shortlisted 10 states to focus on in the first 4 years. We did this by ranking them on the following parameters: water scarcity, existing HUL distribution network, education level, and presence of NGOs for water conservation in that state. In the first year, we aim to launch the product in 3 states, targeting 16 million households, of which 1.6 million households will adopt Magic, generating 240 million rupees in revenues, with the ad pro cost estimated to be at 234 million rupees. Break-even is expected in year 4 with projected revenue of 2.4 billion rupees and yearly profit of 346 million rupees. Thank you.
So, there's a line in the case about why it's so difficult to get persuasion and why it's so difficult to get trial going.
Right.
So, what do you think is the real benefit in terms of the emotional payoff?
When we interviewed our consumers and customers, what we found out was that saving water is not what's going to drive them to buy the product. It's going to be something which is much more than that. If a mother can allocate that time to educate her child, give her education, or if it's in a rural area, go to work and earn some money. So that is where it will drive them to use this product. So this is how we structured it.
How is this learning of yours reflected in what you're suggesting we do?
The social activation program that we've suggested. So in that case, now we are educating consumers on not why purchasing or why saving water is the ideal thing. What we're trying to tell them is by saving water, they can spend that water on the daily use, like irrigation of farms, of protecting their child by devoting more time to them and taking care of their health.
Okay, so my question is that clearly you're basing your plans on this direct contact activities that you'll do in a 3-phased manner, and then there's this TV commercial that you want to play. How do these fit in with each other? And when does that happen, or is that something separate?
Talking about, for example, in the first year, so we'll first of all target through a social activation program, and only on those states, like for example, we have selected 3 states. In the same 3 states, we'll be running the TVCs and radios and mobile. These are basically act as a reminder to it. So it goes side by side.
All right.
So can you just tell me in one sentence, what's the problem, what's the root cause, what's the root issue in Andhra Pradesh today?
So the root issue in this case would be they don't see a value addition of spending 2 rupees per day, whereas their laundry bill itself is 2 rupees a day. So we need to educate them on the fact that it's not only the money that they would be spending, but by spending that money, they'll be saving so much more on other aspects of life.
Why wouldn't I just make a 30-second piece of advertising telling them all the time and the effort that they will save, and just leave it at that, versus taking up a really complicated, really massive effort of creating this infrastructure and executing?
During the interviews we conducted, so they told us that if I see a TV commercial, it is good, I'm aware of it, but it would not necessarily make me buy the product because I don't believe them or what they're saying. Whereas someone in my locality who I believe, like in West Bengal, you have people who work for the local party there. So they said if that woman was to tell me or educate me, this is something that you require for your daily use, then I will believe her and maybe...
Listen guys, let me cut you short on that. That's a universal insight, right? So advertising falls somewhere below lawyers when it comes to trust.
Right.
Okay, so that part is true for any product category that you'll go to. They'll always tell you that listen, no, I don't trust advertising, no. But if it is a compelling, if it's true, which is what we believe that companies like us do and good companies and good brands do, wouldn't it be that simple? Just make a good piece of advertising telling them, hey, this really improves your life.
Selling Magic would be like selling condoms. You need to convince the customer that there is real use and benefit of using it. So that's why you don't see TV commercials of condoms saying the benefits of it. It might be a jazzy ad that you see, but it doesn't educate you. And similarly, government programs are there to educate people on the ground, right? So similarly, we need a program for Magic as well to make sure that they inculcate a habit of using it.
All right.
Well done, team. Judges, can we have some quick feedback on IIM Calcutta's presentation? Govind, do you want to start?
I think there was a kernel of thought in saying what the real issue was, and it's not really about the benefit of the water saved. But I just wish that you could have taken that thought on and used that into a more persuasive piece of communication.
Mohit?
I think it's a very ambitious plan and it is not risk managed.
Okay, so thank you, team. We're going to take a short break here, but coming up on the other side is the presentation from our second team, SP Jain Mumbai.
Bringing the world together, building the world together. Binani Cement for generations to come.
They are the lifeline for billions of Indians. Yet, this is one evening when even healthcare professionals will skip a heartbeat or two. ICICI Lombard Health Insurance and CNBC TV18 present the India Healthcare Awards 2012. India's most authoritative awards for the healthcare sector for 3 consecutive years. 9th March, Delhi, presided over by Mr. Montek Singh Ahluwalia.
Presented by ICICI Lombard Health Insurance. Brought to you by IBM. Let's build a smarter planet.
I'm waiting for your call and for the moon to release me from the longest afternoon. Whoa, all the pretty things that we could be.
My main criterion for choosing an LIC policy was to secure my post-retirement years and a risk cover for myself. So LIC was the right choice for me.
Welcome back. This is the semi-final round of Lime Season 4. The next team to present its marketing strategy for Hindustan Unilever's laundry additive Magic Water Saver is SP Jain Mumbai. That's Santosh, Nilisha and Avinash. SP JIMR, you know the rules well. You have 3 minutes, make it count, and you can start now.
A very good morning. Millions of women walk miles and spend up to 8 hours a day just to fetch water. 150 million days and 10 billion rupees are lost in managing water alone. With our understanding that for a woman, saving water really means more resources for income, education and health, we set out with a vision where water becomes a non-issue for the woman and the household. By using Magic, a woman can save 11% of her water and enough time to earn 326 rupees per month. She can contribute towards a water harvester for her village and bring her village out of the water crisis. She can have an improved life forever.
9 states are identified as regions with water problems of highest acuteness and persistence. SEC D and E women in the rural regions of these states form the target segment. Magic should be positioned as save time and effort. We would like to create a feeling in the woman that Magic not only ensures the same amount of freshness in her clothes, but also gives her more water. Our campaign would be based on the consumer insight that women yearn for a sense of pride. She uses Magic, saves water, starts earning. She gets a rainwater harvester. But who is she? We would like to give her the pride of becoming the Pani Ki Rani.
To maximize the number of trials and create a sustained habit, a 4-phase through-the-line approach is proposed. A strong NGO network needs to be established to target 400 villages per quarter. Phase 1, showing them a dream. Movies showing the success stories of other villages solving their water crisis will implant a dream. Children and women will be educated about saving water using board games in hearts and schools. Phase 2, awareness and trials. A community wash will be organized where the women can touch and feel Magic for the first time. Demonstrations and free samples will be distributed in Kirana stores, hearts and water collection points. Awareness will be created by branding at all prominent points in the villages.
Phase 3, making Magic a habit. The highest saver of water will be crowned Pani Ki Rani and will be given vocational training to earn more in her extra time. Sales promotions will be kicked off where consumers can return 3 sachets of Magic to get a sachet free. Phase 4, bringing water closer. With a buy-in of the Panchayat, households can contribute 10% of the extra income to set up a rainwater harvester. More water, more income, and a dream of water independence would lead to a sustained habit of using Magic in every wash.
Testimonial-based advertisements will be run where Pani Ki Ranis will proclaim the benefits which Magic has given them. We believe that the game changers would be a fragrance and a litmus paper which will be proof that Magic works. It will lead to long-term use and a habit creation.
To conclude, we expect to impact 45,000 villages with 7% penetration. 1.9 crore trials will be generated with 37 lakh repeat customers habituated to Magic. A top line of rupees 44 crores is expected at the end of year 4 with a customer lifetime value of rupees 36. Break-even will be achieved in quarter 1 of year 4. 120 villages are expected to get out of their water problems in each of the 9 states every year. Thank you.
Can you just tell me in one line, what is the core issue that is happening to Magic in Andhra Pradesh and how is your plan addressing that?
What we believe is that the number of trials that are being generated is probably not as to the expectation. And we believe the cost per trial is higher than the cost per trial that we are proposing. So one of the main things is that I think some of the calculations that we've done, the cost per trial is coming out to be 16 rupees per trial.
So is it cost per trial or is it trial?
It is the number of trials that are being generated.
So there's not enough trials. I can give the product free, it's guaranteed trial.
Yeah. So
why wouldn't I do that?
Trial doesn't happen even if you give it free. Trial happens only when you can educate them about how to use it and also use the right amount of influencers to tell them that, look, we've given you something free and this is going to improve your life, why don't you use it?
And one more thing, since it's a new category, we believe giving the product free, there may be a misuse. People may misunderstand it as a detergent and probably start using it that way, and that would lead to a negative effect or negative equity on Magic.
Okay, so my question is that, your starting point is that if you save water, by using Magic, you'll have a better stroke improved life. Okay, you've spoken to a lot of women, I'm guessing, in the process of putting forward this presentation. What do they see as an improved life? What would they like to do if they had more time to themselves and more money for themselves and for their households?
One very basic aspect of our campaign is the Pani Ki Rani campaign. The women really yearn for pride and recognition. So firstly, we are proposing by making them the Pani Ki Rani, we give them that recognition. Firstly from the household and secondly from the society. Next we say that she starts earning money and moves to a level of being a little independent and contributing to the family wealth. And a part of that contribution could be used for the community and bringing water closer to them.
Okay, all right.
Suppose you had 100 rupees in A&P spending, advertising and promotion spending. How much would you put on this direct-to-home contact, and how much money would go on other communication?
We'll put a ratio of 60 to 40. 60 will be talking to the people directly. The reason for this is because we need to educate them about how to use Magic, what are the benefits of Magic, and we need to tell them clearly that this is what will let you earn money, have more free time, have education.
Well done, SP Jain. Mohit, can we have your thoughts on this team's performance?
I was really glad with the insight that you came up with, and it was a very powerful one, which is really taking the benefit beyond the water savings into improving the life of this consumer in multiple facets, right? So that was well done. What I really missed as an opportunity there was that the simplicity with which you could probably bring that insight to life in your marketing program.
Anuradha?
I thought there were a lot of ideas in this presentation, and the starting point of, save water, improve your life was a very strong one.
Okay, so thank you, SP Jain. Time for another quick break, but coming up on the other side is the presentation from Niti Mumbai.
Aditya Birla Group, taking India to the world.
अरे मैच इतनी जल्दी खत्म हो गया?
कोई आया ही नहीं, सब छुट्टियों में घूमने गए। पापा हम कब जाएंगे?
मुझे भी जाना है पापा।
हम भी छुट्टियों में घूमने जाएंगे।
पक्का पापा?
पक्का।
थैंक यू।
आपने झूठा वादा क्यों किया? घर की EMI देने के बाद कुछ बचता है क्या?
झूठा नहीं, सच्चा वादा है, क्योंकि मैंने अपना होम लोन स्टेट बैंक में शिफ्ट कर दिया है। अब EMI बहुत कम हो गया है।
सच?
अब बचत ही बचत। EMI हुआ कम, घूमने चले हम।
हरे भरे खेतों में बोए जा रहे हैं नए सपने। स्कूलों में सिखाया जा रहा है सुनहरे कल का पाठ, और कारखानों में हर दिन पूरा हो रहा है तरक्की से किया वादा। छत्तीसगढ़ में हो रहे विकास और आने वाले मौकों पर CNBC आवाज की एक खास पेशकश। आम्रपाली ग्रुप प्रेजेंट्स छत्तीसगढ़ राइजिंग, सिर्फ CNBC आवाज पर।
Presented by Amrapali Group, developing India.
छुटकाऊ जी की वॉल पेंटिंग एकेडमी।
पेंटिंग फिनिश?
भाई सर,
जेके वॉल पुट्टी लगाई।
क्या फर्क पड़ता है सर?
हम तुम्हें क्या ढंकी लगते हैं? एक ही बात बोलेंगे, सबसे स्मूथ और सुंदर दीवार के लिए पेंट से पहले सिर्फ जेके वॉल पुट्टी, नो कॉम्प्रोमाइज। व्हाइट सीमेंट वाली जेके वॉल पुट्टी इज द बेस्ट। सीलन से भी पपड़ी का कोई चांस नहीं।
When I wanted to take a life insurance policy, I visited the LIC website. It's so user friendly. You can choose a policy, make a premium payment, and do a lot more. Why go anywhere else?
Welcome back. You're watching the semi-finals of Lime Season 4. The next team to present its solutions to the case from Hindustan Unilever on Magic Water Saver is Niti Mumbai. So team, are you ready? Good to go? Yes. Okay. Your 3 minutes start now.
How do you ask a bottom of the pyramid hand washer to spend 2 more rupees per wash? To understand this answer, we actually visited water scarce regions in AP ourselves, and we gained a whole new perspective on the product itself and the tremendous value that it generates for the TG by saving them 3 buckets of water every wash. We realized that 80% of the challenge lies in creating awareness and generating trials with a limited budget, of course, among a TG that is low on education and isolated from modern India. So the core of our solution is a 360-degree marketing communication strategy with 5 components. 1. Save Water campaign. We hired 100 young women from 50 mandals. We trained them on various water-saving techniques in day-to-day household chores. Part of training is on magic usage. We asked them to give demos on magic usage to a target number of households in a period of 3 to 6 months. We also give them digital cameras and ask them to capture images as proof. There will be a competition to capture the most innovative water-saving practice done by a household. In the end, a Kala Jatha or a local folklore program shall be organized on a Sunday evening. During break, demo on magic usage shall be given. The innovative water saving practices captured by the girls of the mandal would be shown and the households rewarded with certificates. 2. Across AP, top innovative water saving households selected will be featured in a Magic To or With Magic TVC campaign that would be aired during popular soaps in regional Telugu channels, leveraging the low cost, wide reach opportunity. We also propose, third, a product placement in these serials that leverages the very high cable TV penetration among SEC D and E in AP. 4. Earthen pots are widely used for carrying water in rural India. We propose promotional merchandising by magic advertisement on them with instruction on usage through very simple pictures. It can reach to a wide audience in the form of gathered hand washers and water collectors. 5. Mobile cinema or trucks carrying cinema setup are very popular in less developed rural India, gathering a large captive audience. We propose showing magic demo in the break and conducting quiz on its usage with magic packets as prize, especially in the media dark pockets of Rayalaseema belt.
To take advantage of the enforced marketing communication, we push Magic 2 rupees free packs along with the most selling SKU of HUL in AP, Surf Excel and Rin 10 rupees bar through the biggest wholesalers. This will generate wide trials among the existing customer base and incentivize large wholesalers to stock Magic. At the same time, HUL should identify cash and carry opportunity emerging in India with AP having 6 outlets and expanding. A hub and spoke model of distribution with cash and carry working as hubs will not only cut down distribution costs but also widens Magic's reach. This is a part of our overall smart spend strategy that we have tried to follow. For Save Water campaign, we propose outsourcing the entire project to a trial generation firm that would be paid on outcome basis. Tying up with an NGO like Vriddhi Foundation in Telangana region will save costs in selecting, managing of girls and arrangement of Kala Jatha program. We also propose developing a market heat map of AP based on water scarcity level, literacy rates and economic condition, and focus on the high heat zones. An external firm shall be hired to collect and report repurchase data to decide shift to other regions. The estimated cost in 3 years is around 80.7 lakhs, and with very conservative estimates, break-even should be achieved in 2.5 years.
Thank you.
So, you all went to Andhra Pradesh. You've already seen people use Magic. You've seen that it's available there. What was the feedback on from the people you spoke to on their experience with Magic?
I'm glad that you asked that question. In fact, 85% of the Magic users that we surveyed said that they were very happy with Magic and they were willing to repurchase. So Magic has not been launched in all the districts, all the talukas in Andhra Pradesh right now. So in the places where Magic has been launched, the people who are using it, they're actually quite happy with it, and they're always using it when they have a shortage of water in their area. So based on that, we understood that if somehow we can create the awareness of the Magic brand and we can generate trials, the repurchase part of the ATR cycle, that is awareness, trial and repurchase, the repurchase part of the ATR cycle should be done. So what's happening in Andhra Pradesh today is, although people have less water supply, as in the formal way, they are digging illegal bore wells. They're having this illegal tap water systems through which they're also accessing water. Now the problem with that is that water is variable, that sometimes that comes, sometimes that doesn't come. So the times when the water is not coming through those illegal ways, that is when they're relying on Magic very heavily.
Okay.
Right.
Mohit, Govind?
So guys, I mean, you talked about two things. One is that obviously there is a big need for water saving, right? Second, you just talked about the fact that 85% of people are actually repeating Magic. So the product is working,
they're willing to
delivering,
repurchase.
right? Why do I need to do anything different than what I'm doing already?
Sir, the problem is that there's a very limited budget. The second problem is that our TJ is such that if you really want to penetrate through the actual rural Andhra Pradesh, you will have to come up with a different strategy in which you have a far more direct approach in telling them how to use it, what is the value proposition, etc. So you are correct in saying that the will to repurchase is already very high. But the will to repurchase right now is among people, a very selective people among the entire our target segment.
Firstly, you're saying rural. I don't understand why rural is most cost effective.
Okay.
Yeah. Secondly, you're saying direct to home. I again don't understand why it's the most cost effective. Thirdly, you're saying awareness is an issue. I don't see why TV is not the most effective medium of creating awareness.
Firstly, going to rural or doing home to home demo, we are not proposing them because they are cost effective. We are proposing them because that is the only option available. If our target segment is actually there in rural India, to convey the communication properly about Magic and its usage, we have to do home to home demo. So that is where this idea is coming from. In Andhra Pradesh, in rural Andhra Pradesh, we came across some very interesting insights, right? So in rural parts, in some pockets, people are using rain for bathing purposes. They're using Pantene for washing clothes. Now, that is because everybody around them are also doing it. You show an advertisement on TV, they will see the advertisement, but they will still use rain to wash themselves because everybody around them are doing it. So that same thing can happen to Magic as well. So that is why we are saying home to home demo and going rural are the options available to us. What we are doing is cost effective ways of implementing it.
Thanks.
Good job, Niti. Judges, your reactions to the team's presentation. Anuradha, would you want to start?
You know, I like the fact that you went to Andhra Pradesh and saw what was happening there, and for me that was a fresh
There's still some work to be done to understand what levers of persuasion could drive purchase and repurchase.
So Niti, some food for thought for you as I request you to leave the stage so that our judges can do their scoring. Can I have all the teams back on stage for the scores, please? So let's start with how you guys performed today. The first team to present was IIM Calcutta. The judges scored you at 12.3. The second team was SPJN. The judges gave you 18 points. And our third team was Niti. The judges gave you 15.3 points. What this does now to the overall leaderboard, IIM Bangalore still remains on top with 23.7 points. SP Jain, you move into second place in the leaderboard with 18 points. And MDI Gurgaon remains in third with 17.1 points. Niti, you were really close, but 15.3 is where you were at. Congratulations, SP Jain, you've made it in there. And now the battle to better the performance of IIM Bangalore, SPJIMR and MDI Gurgaon will continue next week. We have 6 more teams to go. Find out if they will shake up the leaderboard at the same time on CNBC TV 18.
Presented by Hindustan Unilever Limited.